Man, oh man, guys, if you're a college football fan, you have to be excited so far this year. We have seen upsets already within week one, within week two, and we have already seen multiple top 25 teams lose. We've seen Arizona State get their ass mollywopped by my Mississippi State Bulldogs 24-20. Hail State, by the way, as y'all can see, Hail State or ripping Hail State. The Florida Gators is dropped to South Florida. The little brothers of the state of Florida, South Florida, beats them 18-16. SMU has lost in overtime to Baylor, and Baylor is pretty darn good this season. They lost 48-45 in overtime against Baylor. And another team that is continuing to be in the top 25, Michigan, who had to cheat in order to win the national title. And when you can't cheat, you can't win football games. Michigan loses to Oklahoma 24-13. Now, the teams that they added in the top 25, South Florida, Auburn, and Missouri. All these teams are recognizable to be in the top 25. I knew Florida was going to be overrated. SMU and Arizona State are only was in the preseason top 25 because they made the college football playoffs last year. Whoop-de-doo. This is a whole new season. We already know that they had a Cinderella story last year. It's over for those teams. Those teams will not make the college football playoffs again, right? So when we look at the top three, right? When we look at the top three teams right now, I think Ohio State, LSU, and maybe even Georgia are the top three teams in the nation right now until I am proven otherwise. Now, let's look at the top 25, y'all. So, in the top 25, Ohio State, they beat Grambling 70-0. Next, they play Ohio. Who am I rolling with in this game? I think it's pretty obvious, y'all, who I'm rolling with. When you look at a team like Ohio State, they have way more power. They have way more firepower than Ohio, so I'm rolling with the Buckeyes. Now, let's go to Penn State, number two. They faced Florida International last week, and they beat the brace off of them, and they will now face Villanova. So I'm rolling with Penn State on this game. LSU. Let's look and see who LSU play. They beat La Tech, Louisiana Tech last week, and guess who they play? They go down to the swamp to play Sunbelt Billy. I'm rolling with the Florida Gators, and if Sunbelt Billy does not win this game, he is definitely going to be on the hot seat. So I'm not going to roll with LSU. I'm going to roll with Florida because I'm sticking to what my preseason prediction video was. I had Florida picking LSU, and I'm going to stand to it because I still believe that Florida is a very talented football team, and you already know me, those guys that know me, I don't care nothing about LSU, right? So I'm rolling with Florida Gators. Now, Oregon beat the living daylights out of Oklahoma State. Now, they get to play Northwestern. I'm already rolling with the Oregon Ducks. Now, we already got Miami. Miami is having a breakout season this year, beating Notre Dame last week, and then this past week beating Bethune-Cookman, and now they face the little brothers of the state of Florida in South Florida, a team that beat the Florida Gators. Am I rolling with Miami? Yes, I am. All right, now let's continue. The Georgia Bulldogs. The Georgia Bulldogs has beat Austin Peay. Right now, that was a close game. However, it was kind of boring. I thought Georgia was gonna beat them worse, but hey, man, what do you know, man? Austin Peay stuck in there and they gave them boys a fight. Who am I rolling with? They play Tennessee, Georgia, Tennessee. I'm rolling with Georgia. All right, now next Notre Dame. This is probably maybe contention to have game of the week potential. When you look at Notre Dame, when you look at Texas A&M, these are two good teams, two strong teams that like to run the football, teams that are very disciplined, teams that are very talented. I have to go with Texas A&M on this game because Texas A&M will be at home. I am not. No, is Texas A&M at home? I don't know, but hey, I'm still rolling with Texas A&M. I'm not rolling with Notre Dame, so I'm not going to play the music for Notre Dame. Illinois. Sorry, Duke fans, you guys was too busy chanting that Illinois is overrated, but you got your butt whooped. That's what happened when you underestimate your opponent. Illinois beat you, and now Illinois goes out to face Western Michigan, and I'm rolling with Illinois. Now we have Florida State, a team that is having a nice Cinderella story this year so far, beating Alabama. This past week, they beat Eastern Texas A&M, and then they go out to beat the brace off of Kent State. I'm rolling with Florida State. All right, now let's continue. South Carolina. They beat South Carolina State. They go off to play Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt is a team that you can't underestimate. They are a physical team. They play together. They're a well-coached team. However, I think South Carolina, Lenora Sellers, and them boys are too talented for Vandy. So I'm rolling with South Carolina. Now let's look at Clemson. Clemson is a team that nearly lost again against the University of Troy. The Troy Trojans almost put BTA on the Clemson Tigers. Now you guys scored 27 points in the second half. It's amazing, right? But guys, you're not gonna do that against a Georgia Tech team, a well-coached football team like Georgia Tech. You guys better come out with your best talent, with your best ball, with your best day. If not, you guys will be getting your butt rolled. But however, don't worry, Vision got you guys favored. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll with Clemson this game. All right. Now let's look at Oklahoma. Oklahoma is an amazing team this year. Oklahoma is one of the best teams I have seen play so far this year. Oklahoma fans, I apologize for my scrutiny on your team. I had you guys going 5-7, and clearly you guys are gonna win more than 5 games this year. So I'm not worried about you guys. But listen, I got you guys beating Temple, so I'm rolling with you guys. All right. Next. Who we got next? We got Iowa State. Iowa State is a team that won their Super Bowl. When Iowa State play Iowa, that is the Super Bowl in the state of Iowa. Iowa State barely win this game. A bunch of fucking field goals took place in this game, but it's okay. They won the game. They did what they need to do. They're still ranked in the top 15. They are next against Arkansas State. I'm rolling with Iowa State. All right, next, who we got? We got Tennessee. Tennessee plays Georgia. This will be a hard-fought game. I understand Tennessee is at home. I think Kirby Smart will go into Tennessee, Rocky Top, and win this game. I would not be rolling with Tennessee. I'm rolling with Georgia. All right, Texas A&M, I got you guys rolling over Notre Dame. I just talked about that. I'm going with Texas A&M to win this game. Ole Miss, listen, Austin Simmons better pick his game up, bro. He better step his game up. These interceptions that he threw against Kentucky, he better not do this against Arkansas. Because I'm going to tell you right now, Taylor Green is one of the most underrated quarterbacks in the SEC, and he is going to have a dynamic game. Whichever quarterback plays the best in this game will win this game. However, Ole Miss, I am picking Ole Miss to win this game because you have a more talented team. Arkansas should not be able to beat you. Okay, so I'm rolling with Ole Miss. But I would not be surprised Arkansas win this game, by the way. South Florida goes into Miami, facing the Miami Hurricanes. Who am I going for? I'm going for Miami. We already know that. South Florida is having an amazing year, beating Boise State, beating Florida. Yes, that's amazing. However, I think Miami, when I seen them play Notre Dame, I think that was enough for me to see that this is one of the best teams in the country. I'm going with the Miami Hurricanes of beating South Florida. Alabama Crimson Tide has beaten the brace off University of Louisiana Monroe, and they next play Wisconsin Badgers. This is the team that usually have the upper hand on Wisconsin, and I'm rolling with the Tide. Yes, sir. Next, we have the University of Utah. Utah beat California Poly, and next they play Wyoming. I'm rolling with Utah. All right. Next, we got Texas Tech beating Kent State, and now they face Oregon State. I'm rolling with Texas Tech. All right. Next, Indiana. They beat Kennesaw State, and next they play Indiana State. I'm going with Indiana. Next, what we have, Michigan losing to Oklahoma, right? In surprising loss because I had you guys beating Oklahoma. Next, you play Central Michigan. I'm rolling with Michigan. Next, what we have next, and we have Auburn. They beat Ball State, and now they face South Alabama, rolling with the Auburn Tigers. The last top 25 team, Missouri, they beat Kansas in a pretty good, decent game, better than I expected, and now they face the Louisiana Raging Cajuns. I'm rolling with Missouri. Now, let me go ahead and finish this real quickly. We got some games that to talk about. Colorado will face Houston. Colorado is not favored. Houston is favored by 4.5 points. Who are you rolling with? North Carolina State versus Wake Forest play Thursday, 6:30 ESPN. North Carolina State is favored by 6.5. Kansas State at Arizona. Arizona favored by 2.5. Memphis face Troy, 11 a.m. ESPNU. Memphis is favored by 5.5 points. Clemson and Georgia Tech. We already know Clemson is favored by 9.5 points. Guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. If you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and be on the lookout for the next video. Shout out to me. Shout out to your boy Vision. Thank y'all, everybody.